Okay, so the other month I made a video about challenges and mentioned how I was trying a Nuzlocke and really not enjoying it too much. Well, since then I did get Pokemon X version and tried what's called a Wonderlocke, and that went a lot better for me. I actually finished it just the other day, and yeah, I wanted to talk about that a little. Pretty much the main reason I decided to go with a Wonderlocke is because I heard it was easier due to the EXP share in X and Y, so there wasn't as much grinding. And it was more or less easier. I didn't have to grind up each Pokemon, so I wasn't as worried about them dying, so I progressed a lot more quickly and had a lot more fun. The other reason I think it's a lot cooler is because instead of just playing with the Pokemon you catch, you Wonder Trade out the first Pokemon you catch, so it adds another randomness element to it, which was pretty cool because I got some Pokemon I never would have encountered otherwise, including a lot of starters and whatnot. So that made it a lot more interesting as well. So here's kind of what happened for me. I kind of breezed through the first half of the game to the second gym, which took a lot longer than I remember. It just felt like forever by the time I got there and I already got like 14 Pokemon from all the routes or whatever. It was kind of silly. But anyway, I got past the second gym and then I hit my first little speed bump, I guess you would say. My starter Pokemon, which, well, I consider Aeron. Actually, my starter Pokemon is traded for Zigzagoon, but I wasn't using that. But my Aeron got KO'd because I wasn't paying attention. I was just training him around. I forget if it was a trainer or not. I think it was a trainer. And I saw, I think, a Meditite and was like, oh, it's a Psychic. He can take it. Then I look back to see him dying and realizing, oh crap, it was a fighting and he was weak to fighting. Because it's a psychic fighting, and yeah, that was my first loss. And I felt really bad because I should have just swapped him out. But I didn't. And yeah, it didn't get better from there. Then I had a Fennekin's evolution, Braxian. Actually, that was my starter and I got as my third Pokemon from Wonder Trade, which was kind of ironic. But yeah, I was trying to catch my wild Pokemon for that route right after the Stone Town place, and I encountered Swak, and I was like, okay, I'll use a Fire Spin to weaken it. There's a chance I would have killed it, though. And I was half health on my Braxian or whatever, and it managed to low sweep and critical and kill me, despite being higher level, and I thought Psychic would have resisted fighting, but it actually doesn't, which I find a little weird. Pretty much, between the second gym and the third gym was just a nightmare for me. Then after that, later on, I had my Sneasel also die to a fighting type, I think in a trainer battle, because I forgot it was weak to it and thought I could one-hit it with Icicle Crash. It didn't. And then I think the worst luck happened when I was roaming through Reflection Cave. Just as I was deciding, I probably should use a repellent here, I encountered a Wobbuffet who Shadow Tag and Destiny Bond my Gligar, and I had no choice but to kill it. I tried a U-turn hoping I could pass the Destiny Bond on to someone else, but nope. Which really sucked. So I managed to rebuild my team from that. I got a lot of other Pokemon, many of which just ended up dying later on, although I forget how. So by the time I got to Victory Road, my team was a Maui, I don't know how to pronounce that name, Charizard, Electabuzz, who was actually my longest living Pokemon, Meowstic, Aerodactyl, and a Vileplume, who replaced my recently fainted Swinub. And in Victory Road, I encountered some more bad luck and lost Aerodactyl and Meowstic. So now I was at the Elite Four, 2 Pokemon short. Yeah. Aerodactyl ended up meeting its fate to like the first trainer in there who had a Steelix, who used Earthquake and nearly killed Maui, and then I was forced into an awkward switch. I was afraid I was going to use a Rock-type move on Charizard and needed to switch into one of my Flying type, so I went with Aerodactyl, then it used the Steel move, which one-shot it. And Meowstic was really annoying because it was like one of the last trainers in Victory Road. Like the last 3 there sent out a Trevenant, and I was like, I can kill it with Signal Beam because Dark and Grass are both weak to it. Turns out it actually wasn't, I think. Either way, I did super effective, but it just barely lived, then it one-hit me with a Dark Ball. So I was just like, oh god. So then I was at the Pokemon League, but 2 slots empty, and I didn't have anything to really take out Malva, the Fire-type Elite Four member, because most of my team was weak to Fire. So I ended up going for one of those Gigaliths, although I couldn't evolve him into its full form. I think it was just a Boulder. And a Tentacruel. So I ended up training them up in the 2-star cafe in Lumio City. And in the process, my Maui actually hit level 100, so it was probably a bit overkill by the time I actually went for the Elite Four. And yeah, I was able to beat them without a single loss. So woohoo, I completed my first Nuzlocke as a Wonderlocke with only 9 deaths. but none in the Elite Four or Gym Battle. Maybe that's not worth bragging about at all. Well, anyway, I found it to be pretty fun and interesting, and yeah, Wonderlocks are apparently a bit more fun than Nuzlockes, and I probably will end up restarting my X and doing it again to see if I can do it without any deaths, or at least far less than 9. I also did write a little kind of like story of my Wonderlocke, which I may be posting on the Nuzlocke forum, and if I do, I'll put a link to that in the description so you can read that if you're interested, although I kind of just told you how it ended, but still. So yeah. Wonderlocks are pretty cool. Bye!